The Sri Lankan airline flight UL-1423's operation to rescue the Sri Lankan students stranded in Wuhan will go down in history as a moment that brought honor to the country. This report was filed in honor of the brave team headed by pilot Captain Chaminda de Soisa that rescued the students from the epicenter of the viral outbreak.
Chief Pilot Captain Chaminda de Soisa was requested to lead the operation to rescue the students from Wuhan a week ago. Captain de Soisa, a father of two, accepted the challenge. Knowing very well the dangers the mission would entail, he requested his team at Sri Lankan Airlines to volunteer. Thereby Captain Anushka Jiwanta, co-pilot Shehan Senviratna and Ravin Ranatunga, along with a team of 16, volunteered to travel to Wuhan. Besides the challenge of traveling to the epicenter of a deadly virus that has shocked the world, the team faced many other challenges along the way as well. This is the first time that a Sri Lankan Airlines flight traveled to Wuhan airport. There was also no Sri Lankan affiliated institution at the airport to direct the flight. The team also faced the challenge where if the flight had to make an emergency landing, there was a question of whether any other country would grant permission for such a landing. Thereby, the Sri Lankan embassy in China had hired a private company to coordinate the operations at the airport. The team headed by Chief Pilot Chaminda de Soisa had also accepted the risk of having to return back to Colombo in the event of an emergency landing. Wing Commander Milinda Pereira from the Chemical, Biological, Radiological, Nuclear and Explosive Wing of the Air Force had given the team a special training. The Sri Lankan Airlines flight landed in Wuhan at 10 p.m. on Saturday after a 6-hour flight. By the time the aircraft landed, the Sri Lankan embassy had already transported the students to the airport and 8 staff members of Sri Lankan Airlines had escorted the students to their seats. We hope that the landing of the flight in Wuhan would be successful as there were many challenges we had to face. Landing an aircraft at an airport is a complicated procedure. We must plot the route. We must get clearance. The Sri Lankan students were in various districts, so we chose 3 students as leaders to lead separate teams, and we then got clearance for all of them. Many students and citizens from powerful countries in the world and in Asia were trapped in Wuhan, ending a historic journey. Flight UL-1423 landed at the Mattala airport last morning, making Sri Lanka the 4th country to rescue their citizens from Wuhan, China.
Meanwhile, a revelation was made by Venerable Professor Madhagoda Abhiyathi Satero that was held in Rajagiriya today.
I got to know that the principal of a certain school had informed that the children of the pilots of the plane who had taken our plane to Wuhan and rescued our Sri Lankan children were not to come to school for 14 days. All those people have been safe. They are not people who would want to get the virus voluntarily. They have worn the necessary safety gear. We have to inspect this principle in question. Nothing good will befall on the people who are not grateful.
ලෝකේ කවදාවත් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. අපි මෙහෙම ඉන්න එක පුදුමයි. අපේ මේ තියෙන කළගුණ සැලකීමේ මට්ටම හැටියට.